Are you thinking of purchasing a new home, whether that be resale or new build? Well, I'm going to go over with you today the things that you might not think about that are going to cost you money after you close on your new home. So stay tuned for the video because this is going to be a comprehensive list. Most of these things nobody talks about. So I want to make sure that you're prepared and you can add up some tallies here and know what you're looking at for purchasing that new home. Hi, I'm Kelley Norton, your AZ Realty lady at EXP Realty. Count on me for all things Arizona real estate. Hey, welcome to my channel. I am Kelley Norton. I'm a Valley native and a real estate agent of over 23 years, and I am an associate broker here at EXP Realty. So I want to go over with you today what expenses you're probably going to have after you buy a home, whether it be a new construction home or whether it be a resale home. So let's start with the number one thing. Always take into account your moving expenses. So of course you're going to have that. But once you move in, let's start with the house cleaning. So you're probably going to need to clean the house. Now, in Arizona, it does not state in our real estate contract that you have to that a seller has to leave the home in a certain condition. So if your realtor doesn't write it into the contract, you might not have more than just a dusted house. You may have to have a full cleaning. So plan on it and budget for it. New homes, brand new build homes, they do what's called a construction clean. This is not a full cleaning. They don't dust the blinds. They don't do really scrub. So plan on having your home cleaned because trust me, there's a lot of dust in those homes once you close on them. So at surface level, they look pretty good, but it's definitely not like cleaning it yourself or having it done professionally. Now out here in Arizona, you can probably count on that cleaning to cost you anywhere from $150 to $250. Now, unless you're purchasing a condo, this may be a little different, but in a home, whether it be new construction or resale, you're going to probably want some pest control, and you're probably going to want to do that in the first month that you move in because you don't know when the last person had sprayed. And we're not talking about termites here. We're talking about your everyday. So your crickets and your spiders, your bugs, scorpions, that kind of stuff. And yeah, guys, we're in Arizona. We're in the desert. There's going to be some scorpions in some areas. Not all of them, but in some of them there will be. But you can keep the scorpions down if you kill their food source, which is the crickets and the little bugs. They love to eat those. So if you have good pest control, typically you can keep down the things that you definitely don't want around. Now, cockroaches are kind of more of an issue I see kind of in the city more. Don't see it as much out here in, like, say, the desert communities or the outlying areas. You just don't see the roaches as much. So it's more spiders, crickets, and occasional scorpion, depending on where you are. And if you are a client of our team, we do have pest control that is taken care of for you one time after you move in. So of course, that will give you that little bit of a blanket coverage for that first month to let you get settled in. That way you don't really feel like you've got to run out and find a company right away that you want to commit to for a year. We'll go ahead and give that to you free. And if you want to keep them, great. If not, no problem. Now we are in sunny Arizona, so another one that you're going to want to plan for, and you don't have to do this right away, but probably in the near future, is sunscreens. If you have a northern backyard in the summer, you're going to get the western turn from that sun because it sets northwest. So you'll have some sun hitting your windows. Western backyard or front yard, you're going to have a lot of sun in those windows, and south backyard gets more sun in the winter. So because the sun's going to set more in the southwest in the winter. So just think about that with your sun exposure. Sunscreens are definitely something that you're going to want to invest in Arizona. Don't have to do it right away, but certainly in the future, it's probably something that you may want to think about. Now, if you're buying a new construction home, most of the time you're going to have no blinds, nothing on the windows. So you're going to need shutters or blinds, curtains, something to give yourself privacy, but also to help with that sun factor as well. Now, again, if you are a client of mine, I do have a whole list of contractors and resources to help you with your home. Even if you wanted to know where to go out to dinner or get your hair done, I have you taken care of. So just call me, reach out to me. I'm happy to help you there. My guy for window treatments has yet to be beat in the state of Arizona. So we can definitely put you in contact with him and make sure that he gets you a bid for exactly what you're looking for. So while we're on the inside of the house, let's talk about a couple things. So of course, if the seller is leaving for you the washer, the dryer, the refrigerator, that's great. That's something that will save you. You don't need to worry about those expenses. However, if you're buying new construction, they almost never include the washer, dryer, or refrigerator. There's a couple subdivisions that are the contrary to that, like Heritage of Estante. They do include the refrigerator in most cases, but not the washer and dryer. So some of them you will be able to have something, but for the most part, new construction, plan on needing a washer, dryer, and refrigerator. And then in resale, it's just going to depend if the seller is leaving that for you. Now, the rest of the appliances in the kitchen typically convey. So your microwave, your built-in oven, your dishwasher, those are all things that are going to stay with the home, the water softener. So it's usually just the washer, dryer, and refrigerator. Now, if you're in a new construction home, a lot of times they're going to pre-plumb for that water softener, but you might need to buy that water softener. So what type you get, I've got two different contacts. I can give you one a plumber, one my appliance guy. You can talk to them, decide what you want to do. So most of the time it's an option to have it plumbed for the water softener, or they're just going to include it. So most people out here for newer homes really do get the water softener. We have hard water, so it's something that you'll definitely find useful. Now, inside the home, a couple other things that you want to think about. So if you have granite, if you have tile backsplash, guys, you're going to want to seal the grout on those things. If you have dogs, we live in Arizona, and there's dust and there's dirt. And if you wear shoes in your house, you're going to want to seal the grout in your tile. It's going to get dirty. So take that expense into account. Also on your countertops, your countertop usually is going to have kind of a factory seal with it that they're going to do when they fabricate it. I always seal mine after anyway, because I'm just paranoid that I'm going to ruin it. It's so expensive that you don't want it to get ruined. So I like to use the 501 impregnator from Home Depot, and I think it works excellent. But if you want a professional company to come out and do it, hey, I got a guy for that. So I can certainly help you with that as well. Now, if you got a new construction home, you probably have a lot of pre-wires throughout your house. So if you think about the owner's suite, you're like, okay, there is probably a ceiling fan that needs to be installed there. If you got pendant light pre-wires in your kitchen, you're probably going to have to put some pendant lights in. So take into account the expenses for purchasing those items if you did not purchase them through the builder, which, by the way, it is usually less expensive for you to purchase that after and not through the builder, because most of the time the builder is going to be getting some type of a cut off of everything that you buy at the design center. So these are the types of things that I give my clients guidance on, that this is one of those items that you can probably save some money if you do it later. Also, whether or not you have an electrician install or you have a handyman that's experienced with hanging those things, that'll be a cost for you as well. And again, I got a guy for that. Okay, so if this is your first home, you're going to definitely want to account for furnishing this house. Now, there's a couple ways to do this on a budget, and then there's ways that you can completely break the budget and go crazy with furniture. So a lot of times if you ask around, you can find furniture from friends or family, people that are moving, downsizing, and getting rid of things. And you can always ask me, because I have clients all the time that are like, hey, does anyone need this bedroom set? Hey, does anyone need this kitchen set? Patio furniture, you name it. So there's always an opportunity to get something that someone is no longer going to be using. You can also go on Facebook Marketplace, check it out there, see what you can find. So that's a way to do it a little bit less expensive. If you want to have an interior designer come and design your house and buy all new furniture, that's awesome. I have someone for that. If you want to go to a furniture store and kind of look at what they have, I have someone for that too. So just let me know. I'm happy to help you. Again, I am here to support you during the time that you own your home, into your next home. I'm kind of your go-to for life. I don't go anywhere. I've been doing this for 23 years. And so I want to be that value add for you in your home and in your life, whatever I can do to help. So furniture, whatever it is that you need, first timer, or maybe you're just downsizing, you sold your home furnished and now you need to furnish something else, reach out. I can help you with that. So now we're going to hop to the outside of the house. So something to definitely think about is when it rains here, it rains. And we don't want water to be collecting up against the house. So most people don't have rain gutters, but it is really important and you really should have rain gutters. So it's kind of an afterthought for a lot of people that live here, but if they're coming from other areas, they're used to rain gutters. So in 55 plus communities, I see it a lot more, but I really do recommend rain gutters on most of these houses because you don't want the water coming up and sitting next to the house. It can cause expansion, it can cause settling, and also it can attract the termites. Now, our termites are in the ground. They're subterranean termites. So when I say termites, don't let it completely freak you out. I have another video on that. So just go ahead, and if you want me to send you that video, just let me know. You can call me or text me or email me. I'd be happy to send it to you. But our termites they like to go and eat the paper and the drywall. They're not as destructive as what you would see on a cartoon where it's like they attack the house and the whole house falls. So don't worry about that. But keep the water away from the house, keep your vegetation away from the house, put those rain gutters on, and hey, I got a guy for that. Now, we have amazing weather here in the spring and in the fall, and hey, even sometimes in the morning in the summer. So a lot of people love to have the security doors or screen doors. So that's something to definitely take into account for expenses. I think the first one that I put in my house was about $1,100. I think now they're probably running more like $1,500 to $2,000 for those. So just take that into account. Some people get them on the back of their house and the front of their house if they have a French door that's going to the backyard. But it is really great to get that cross breeze through the house, not need to use the air conditioning, open up the windows and the doors, and it's really amazing. Take advantage of the great weather here in Arizona. All right, last but not least, so epoxy flooring in the garage. Now, recently I actually saw a home in Trilogy at Vistancia that had epoxy out on the driveway and in the walkway up to the front door and in the garage. It actually looked pretty nice. Now, some HOAs are not going to allow that, so you certainly would want to check with your homeowners association. But epoxy in the garage really helps you keep it a lot cleaner. So that's something that you might want to do after you move into your new home as well. Whether it's a resale home or a new home, you can still add the epoxy. And oh, hey, by the way, I got a guy for that. Guys, I hope that you found this information very, very useful. There's a whole bunch of other things that you could potentially have expenses for. Landscaping, some painting, kind of your typical things. If you wanted a paver area, a sunshade in the backyard, if you want to add a pool, of course, all of those things. But if you want to have a conversation about your upcoming move, please reach out. Happy to help. Calling or texting is the best way to reach us. My name is Kelley Norton, and I'm a Valley native, 23-year real estate agent and associate broker here at EXP, and I really look forward to hearing from you soon. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel and click the bell if you like the information. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.